Bontis on business. Of course, Nick Bontis from the DeGroote School of Business is here tonight. Thanks for being here, Nick. Appreciate this. We just mentioned those jobless numbers. Is there anything really to read into those? Locally, they went up. Nationally, they've gone down. And we understand a lot of those part-time jobs are being gobbled up by kind of older people these days.
The good news is that the August numbers went up, which counters the July numbers, which were brutal. But as you mentioned, Nick, most of the part-time jobs have been taken up by seniors. A lot of students going back to school, of course. The problem with the part-time jobs, of course, is that it's typically minimum wage, no benefits or little benefits, and unfortunately not much tax revenue going back to the government. So although the numbers are up, I would have preferred, Nick, to see jobless numbers full of real good full-time paying jobs.
Yeah, those full-time jobs are the key, really, aren't they?
That's right.
Let's talk about smartphones. I know you're a big smartphone guy. You were carrying 3 last time, kind of one of each of the top brands.
Right.
We know this week Microsoft has scooped up Nokia.
Yep.
Is this a problem for BlackBerry? Like, could this be the death knell now?
Well, there's consolidation in the industry. That's what we see. Microsoft picks up Nokia. Microsoft's got 100,000 employees. Nokia's got 32,000 employees. This is now going to become a behemoth. And, of course, you still have Samsung and Apple in the lead there, but that brings BlackBerry into a very rear position trying to make up market share. There's a very interesting Hamilton story to this deal, though, Nick, and that is that Stephen Elop, who was the CEO of Nokia, is now going to be a senior executive at Microsoft. Of course, Stephen went to McMaster University as a student, born in Ancaster. Could you imagine if our very own Stephen becomes the brand new CEO of Microsoft? That would be amazing.
That would be pretty incredible, wouldn't it, to have those Hamilton roots at the head of Microsoft?
Right.
Yeah, well, perhaps that'll happen someday. Still on the tech side of things, Samsung has unveiled that Galaxy Gear watch. Apple's going to unveil something on Tuesday. What are you expecting?
Well, I'm expecting cool technology. I mean, this is such a cool thing. It's got a little bit of a watch. You can talk like a private investigator. But the reality is this is the first iteration of this technology. It's kind of like the first MP3 that ever came out. It wasn't that great. It took a bunch of versions before it got really good. I think the same thing is going to happen with the watch. It only works with certain phones. It's kind of expensive at $299. On the Apple side, of course, they're going to launch the iWatch, and the difference there is that it's going to be very, very integrated with the ecosystem, so all those Apple lovers are going to have no problem using that. But you know what? Another cool piece of technology, trying to rationalize all the gadgets that we have. I think if you put the watch together with some cool glasses, then you got something really going on.
It really is starting to get like sort of Back to the Future.
That's right.
Was it the 3rd edition when all the sort of cool gadgets were on all their wrists and stuff? Yeah, well, we'll see where things go. It's happening right now. Nick, thanks for your time. Really appreciate this. We'll see you next week, hopefully.